Well, speaking of failure, this is manifested drama. And I'm Missy and I'm Amy. If you're not watching on YouTube, because we're actually recording, because I don't look like a
Did you just introduce myself as you? You did.
It's concussion, bro. It's the concussion.
You know, you can't use that excuse forever.
I'm fucking.
If you're Amy, then I'm Missy. Hi, I'm Missy.
Shove it up in there. No, I'm this concussion. Anytime I'm dumb and I have a blonde moment, it's forever. I have at least another 10 months to be able to milk this. So you don't take that from me.
Right.
You don't stop trying to dull my time.
Hey, when did you get the concussion? Because I'm putting it on my calendar.
May 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you until May 25th of next year.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there's a strong possibility I'll forgotten about the concussion by then until Kevin reminds me. That'll be like I will forget.
Conversation with your husband.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to be like, Kevin.
All right. The event is put an end to Missy's bullshit.
So how was did you watch all of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives this season? We'll just dive in.
No. No, I watched the reunion.
Bless you. You're so lucky then. Because it was boring as fuck. The whole season was boring.
Okay. That's what I thought. Because I was just like, y'all are all talking about the exact same thing. The exact one thing.
Demi.
Damn it, Demi.
She was the show's villain. So literally that's why I wanted you to watch it, because it was so boring and I didn't think you'd watched any of the season. So I think that Hulu thought that they had like this gold mine and they fucking literally shut out after like 2 seasons.
They're like two seasons and they've lost all their materials. So they're going to shoot 2 of them off to Dancing with the Stars and see if they can garner up a little bit more interest.
Oh, I know. But yeah, it's so bad. Like it was so boring. And it was like, there was the part where, so we know that she is the one that's not related to Ben Affleck.
Right.
And she's the one that, if you watched the season, I'm sorry, let me just say that because I did too. She and her husband split up. So I'll just give you the clip notes. Because she's the one that when they went to Vegas, he got pissed because she was going to go to Magic Mike, but then finds out he has a gambling problem, blah, blah, blah. So they separated, but they didn't really separate. And then they had like, I want to say she gets pregnant, like, by accident.
She poked a hole in the diaphragm.
Separated. And that's what I thought. I was like, oh, you just had like a don't leave me baby. That's what you have.
Fix it with a baby. Always works.
And I'm not going to diminish anybody's mental health struggles because Lord knows, like, we have had our own, right? But a lot of this season, like, she probably by like the 2nd or 3rd episode, they were no longer filming her because her mental health was so bad.
Because she was she had going off the deep end.
She like was like one of those depressive, like she couldn't get out of bed, like suicidal ideations, all of that. And I'm not in it with like, I guess diagnosed with like prenatal depression. So I'm not ever, but I think that it was one of those, but I think it was conveniently done for her to be making this, and then all of a sudden she's having like a mental health episode, and then she's pregnant, and he's like, well, she's had her baby, but like her and Whitney are like, they drink that same Kool-Aid where they do, it's that desperate, please pay attention to me, like that desperate. Britney Spears asked like dancing in front of the camera with their bellies.
They're pick-me girls. Like her entire livelihood requires you to pay attention to her.
Yeah.
And basically. Only her. Yeah.
Yeah. And if her husband has a gambling problem, girls like that. And I don't feel like, I think that's what's funny is I don't feel like it's not a secret. Because they're just kind of they're like 30 years younger than the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's literally except for, whereas the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, like they're still trying to figure out how to like work their jitterbug phones. Like these amazing.
The thing that saddened me, I found out that they are doing, like apparently there's a dad talk now. Yeah. So, because God forbid, they let the wives make more money than they do at their, actual jobs.
Yeah.
And so, but there was like, I felt bad for Whitney's husband because he came out and admitted to some abuse that he had taken that, caused him to, I guess, develop a pornography addiction. But that just led to more questions for me. For me, this whole, like the thing that irritates me the most about this show is if they're doing all of this under the umbrella of, oh, we're Mormons, and It's like, and even like the host that was asking them, he was just like, okay, so why is it that you can't drink coffee? And they're like, that's a good question. Answer the question. Like, do you not know? Have you never had the presence of mind to like ask these questions of yourself? Or is it just fun that you're breaking rules? You don't know why you have the rules. You don't know where they came from, but you're breaking them and you're making money doing it. So
I think that honestly, I used to be Mormon. I think that's a lot of what it is. I think it was, I was Mormon until, because even if you look back on like the early days of Mom Talk, it was very clear that they had all left the church. And they're in their like early to mid 20s. They're young girls, some of them are 23, 24, 25. I want to say like, what's her name? The one with like the eye circles. Miranda? Not Miranda. Is he blowing?
Not Taylor.
No, not Taylor. It's the one that she's one of the ones that she's pregnant, Macy's pregnant, Jenna's pregnant. Because every picture that they do, they're all holding their bumps.
Yeah.
And Michaela, that's her name.
Michaela.
So she's like 24. She's like 24. They're not. So I think they all left the church a long time ago because like if they were still involved with the church, they would be more modest than they are. I feel like I feel like they just take we used to be, like it was like a used to be Mormon, like Layla, she said she converted to Mormonism so she could fit in with like her community, but none of them wear the garments. They're obviously not practicing, like, like they're all, when they went to get the Botox and they're like fucking huffing on like the nitrous oxide just because that's like, it's like, bitch, that is still doing drugs. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, if you have a religion, if your faith is so restrictive that you can't drink alcohol, go be Catholic. They let you do everything.
Yeah. And all you have to do is go in a box with a grown man and say you're sorry.
But that brings me back to Whitney's husband. I'm just like, who abused you? Like, obviously, that's a very invasive thing to say, but automatically my mind goes to who in the church abused you.
Or who
you grew up. Yeah. And then you grew up in this very restrictive and oppressive religion that, basically shames you for like having these very natural feelings and like wanting to explore and, experiment like everybody else does. And it's really sad because he's probably going, if they are still in the church, let's assume hypothetically they're all, let's assume that pretense is accurate and he's going to therapy, more than likely a therapist that has been suggested to him through the church because they have their little network. We remember that from like the Jody Hildebrandt, Ruby Frankie scenario. Jody Hildebrandt was on the list of like preferred providers that the church would refer people to. And that's part of like her whole shtick was like, she would convince these men that they were addicted to porn. And that's what was causing the rifts in their marriages. That's a bit of and it's a different scenario altogether, but it ties into what I'm saying in that, is he getting the therapy that he really needs?
Yeah.
Right. Or are they like, is he shame spiraling? Like just like, oh, well, you're addicted to porn. Is he really addicted to porn? Or is he just looking at it like every other red-blooded American that didn't grow up? I don't need the commentary.
He cheated on Whitney and all of that stuff. He cheated on Whitney. And I think the porn stuff was brought up like at the beginning of season 1 as well. And I think it was,
I remember that
over. What kind of got me for this reunion was watching Macy's husband, and he was emotional, I feel like, for everybody. And it kind of made me wonder, like, did he kind of experience a little bit of the same thing? Because Michaela even touched on the same thing that and he kind of was. So, and the host is Nick Vile. He was on The Bachelorette. That's how he got his start. He was on The Bachelorette, and now he has a podcast where, like, everybody goes on his podcast.
So he's like the male version of Call Her Daddy?
No, he's actually, it's like celebrities, reality TV people, like authors, doctors. Like he's got, like everybody goes on his podcast. It's crazy. I'm like, wow, look at you turning The Bachelor. Oh, he was also the star of the 21st season of The Bachelor as well. So
he was The Bachelor?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was on The Bachelorette in 2014 and 2015, and then 2017, and then he was on Dancing with the Stars. So I haven't watched Dancing with the Stars because
He's made that circuit. It's kind of like, it's like reality TV is the new like talk show. Because they used to be the whole talk show circuit. You would do Sally Jesse, Donahue, Geraldo,
Yep.
Oprah. If you made it to Oprah, you were
there.
really something hot.
Yeah.
But then Oprah decided that she wasn't going to do that trash TV anymore, and we went
Let us all
down.
down.
Let us all down. Decided she wanted to be serious.
But all those people are going on Nick Val's podcast just wishing they were on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. They are. They're like, man, you hate Andy Cohen.
Stand him. God, he's annoying.
I don't watch his show, but I will watch him because he hosts all of like the Bravo reunions. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind him on the Bravo reunions because then it's like meeting a need of I've got of like watching the trash people that I watch their trash show. Mm-hmm. Happens to be there, and I'm like, thank you for bringing them all. And
he is really good at like stirring that pot, like bringing up old shit and being like, so what'd you think?
And he's got the pull at Bravo to like they have to answer what Andy says. I'm here for that. You use that power, okay? So.
Well, I hope Whitney's husband gets the therapy that he needs. And one day I hope he's able to come out of the closet.
Definitely. So coming out of the closet, let's just segue onto the Chrisleys then.
Okay.
So Todd and Julie were released from his 20-something year prison still. Do you think he loved being in prison? Do you think
I think he probably like languished in like leaving prison. Like he just like lingered, in the doorway. So I'm leaving pretty soon. If you ever, want to just hang out before I leave.
Exactly. Be my pen pal. Because he's so Todd and Julie Chrisley, Chrisley knows best. He was he's a real estate developer by trade, right? That's how he made his money. They went to jail. They both went to prison for like basically lying and not paying their property, like their taxes, and hiding their money from them because there was something when they first got arrested. We deep dove at my work. It was like 2018 or something. We started looking up their property records, and so everything's like in Julie's name. So whenever people go after and put like judgments on their house and all of that stuff, it's against Julie. Because they had judgments where they hadn't paid, allegedly, these like jewelers for like tens of thousands of dollars. Like all these people were going after them. Like there was a raid on their home for one of these things. Like this was when all of this domino started to fall. And so they got released by Captain Orange. When I was thinking, because they had like one of those impacts, like the Hulu does. It's like the impact special. They had it where they interviewed and stuff, and it was very fluff. Like I do feel bad for Savannah, their daughter, because they have Kyle and Lindsay, which are from his first marriage, and they're both in their 30s, and they have Savannah who's in her 20s. She's the middle kid. So there's, kind of sort of. So there's Chloe, that's the granddaughter, Grayson, Savannah, Chase, Lindsay, and Kyle. So Savannah,
is Savannah the one that talks to them, or is Savannah not the one that talks to them?
Savannah is the one that talks to them. Savannah's the one that when they went to jail, she got custody of the minors. So all of a sudden she went from being like a 20-something kid basically to a mom to I think Grayson is now 18, Chloe's like 10 or 12 or something. And she is the one that she kind of started politicking to get them out. And that is how, and I do feel bad because people are accusing her of like sleeping with him and basically using her feminine wiles to get them released from prison, which is really honestly, all of this shit is like a distraction. I think, don't know was it something maneuver, like almost like an evasive maneuver to keep us from really paying attention to what's going on. He's using this. So she's got that kind of thing with her reputation. But what I really just think I feel bad for, Joe Exotic was fucking pissed. Oh, you don't fuck with the IRS. It just shows you don't fuck with the IRS. But I just thought you said, in the closet, and it just was one of those that it was like, you have to seize the opportunity when it comes to Todd Chrisley.
Yeah, and I was actually talking about him because I mentioned that we were going to talk about him or the Chrisleys today when I was talking about our podcast today at work. And one of my employees turned around and she was like, who's that? So I looked up a picture of her, and I showed him like he's gay, he's straight. I'm like, well, that's what he's trying to tell people.
Allegedly. You don't want to get sued? Just say allegedly.
You know what? What are they going to take from us?
Literally, like if they come after my peanut butter M&Ms or my can of frosting, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Yeah, so the Chrisleys. So we're obviously full on reality showing it because we did Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We had the Chrisleys, which they had their show. You did not watch the Nelly and Ashanti.
No, I didn't.
And we'll just say this. Amy watches like smart TV, like where there's like a more and a reason and like it's a drama and it's like, and I just watch bullshit. I just watch like I am watching The Cowboy Way and it's old. Like it's not even like a current like ongoing. I was like flipping through
like
shit.
Kiefer Sutherland, Woody Harrelson, The Cowboy Way.
No, it is a show, and I don't know what channel it originated from, but it ran from like 2016 to 2023, and it's The Cowboy Way, Alabama, and it's these three like South Alabama cattle people. I don't even know what the fuck they're called, like cattlemen. They have like a company, and it's their families.
Ranchers.
Look, their names are their names are Booger, Bubba, and Cody.
That tracks.
Yeah, they'll have their shockingly enough. So I've been watching because I put on this shit for like background noise, and I'm so invested in like and they're like, "God dang!" Like they sound like a Mater from Cars.
Dang, man.
They're like this, God dang, and they don't like they're like but I think it was some Christian because they were like they don't drink, they don't cuss, like nothing. But yeah,
don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do?
But then like Booger got married and like his wife calls him Booger, and I'm like that's not his name. Obviously, God, I would hope not.
It's a nickname. He chose that.
No, because like when your papa gives you a nickname, it sticks. And I was a little shit, or I was a little stinker, and I'd be getting everything, and my papa started calling me Booger. And because Booger tried online dating, and that's what he put like on his online. And they're like, shouldn't you use like Chris since your name is Chris instead of Booger? Maybe that's why you're not getting. But she will call him, I'm just Booger. And like she went from her big house like in town to like his like single wide. And it was like a shitty, it's like it's a shitty like Friendlies adjacent shit. It's single wide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not South Irving.
Yeah. And I was like, oh.
Damn.
And she's like a pharmacist. And I'm like, man. Y'all couldn't combine like income. Do you really call your husband Booger? Like, do you really call your husband Booger? And Bubba's wife, do you really call you call him Bubba? Because that can't be his name either.
His name Bubba. You can always trust a Bubba.
So anyways, Cowboy Way, all that stuff. And I just remember there was a point in time, they're like some fucking yokel motherfuckers. And it just was like, I had a brief stint in high school where I was very much into like cow people, like cowboys. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I
think we all did.
I wouldn't now. Like,
well, you live with them.
Not, huh?
You live with them in Kansas. That's the Cowboys. No. That's where the Cowboys are from.
No, I'm talking like shit, like going to like rodeos and like.
Oh, shit kickers. Okay.
Yeah, like those cow.
Not
people.
Ranchers.
No. And there's farmers here. But I was like very much into like the boots and like the jeans and like the hat and all. Now I'm like, that's not for me. Unless you're like a rich one. Like now that I'm like 43, I'm like, I would probably try to find like a rich one.
I mean, at this point, beggars can't be choosers at this point. You got the money, aesthetic makes no difference.
But it was the first season, it was the dad, the sons, and the dad's Russian girlfriend.
Oh,
and I was like, oh.
Mail order?
No, she worked for them. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So at this point now, season 2 just started, and there's a new Russian on the block because the dad is not on the show because in true Bravo form, he is currently under FBI investigation for insurance fraud. So yeah.
What is it with these people?
No, but I'm like, Bravo knows what's up. But the other Russian, she's like their CFO or some shit like that, but he dumped this Russian for her Russian best friend. And I love a Russian accent. So if I listen to a Russian accent, I'm going to do a Russian accent probably the rest of the day.
I love a Russian accent.
You cannot go wrong. Mm-hmm. Good job, Eric. No, that's too much.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. The Lord said, oh. So, but then I think the rest of the day, I'm like, my name is Natalia, which that actually was my therapist's name. And she was fucking Russian too. Gosh, I'm just surrounded.
You had a Russian therapist?
Like legit from like Siberia.
Lucky. Her top.
You do too much for everybody and you have to take time for yourself. So I'm very proud of you. You take care of yourself this week. You stop doing for everything for everyone and you take time. You do something for you. Find something make you happy. Do something for Missy. Be safe this week. Take care of yourself. Thanks, Natalia. You're doing the Lord. You trust me. And you know, for her to be my therapist, like
she's really in it. And she's got to be in it to win it.
Oh yeah, and she finally was like I don't know what it's called, like released from therapy, like discharged, like I passed. I guess I think I went.
You're
therapy.
cured.
Yeah, no, there's no. But this poor lady, she had to listen to all of because you know, like all of the shit that I've gone through. Like I made her cry at one point, like going back with my inner child. She was like, "How old do you think like you're?" I was like, "She's probably like 5," and she was like, "Why?" And I told her, I'm like, did I win? Like, if I make my therapist cry, do I win?
I won therapy.
Did I have the most bad? Did I do good? Yeah. And she's Russian, so you know she's seen some shit.
You know she's seen some shit.
She's like, oh, this poor lady. This poor American lady.
Yeah, poor American lady. She'd never survive in Soviet Union.
She's complaining because her husband has expensive habits. I stood in line for bread.
Because her husband thinks he can play soccer.
Yes, no. We've seen him. He runs so slow. He got little legs like Corgito. He's never
our poor husbands. No. just fodder for the pod.
Souls. Anyway, so we had something that happened with Beyonce's flying car.
Yeah. So I don't know the specifics about what happened. Like because when they started, she's on her Cowboy Carter tour.
If you have listened to us a year ago, you know that we abhor.
You know how we feel about it. So singing 16 Carriages, which arguably is one of the better songs on the album. It's not a country album. Let me just say that. But she's riding in this like crushed velvet covered car. It looks like a 50s, 60s type of car convertible. You know, she's sitting on like the back of the back seat, kind of like homecoming parade style. So when she started out, the car was flat. It was level. And then as she started going around, like it's flying all the way around this arena, it starts to like tilt and you can see it. And then all of a sudden she says, stop, stop, stop. She stops the whole show 30 feet in the air.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so they have to like lower the car down with it tilted and Beyonce still on it.
So do you think now that they have some sort of harness or seatbelt on there for her now?
Originally, I'm surprised that her insurance company didn't require that. It was really tilted. Yeah. I would have been, not only would I have been terrified, I would have been
Oh yeah.
If I don't die from this, somebody's getting fired. Somebody has to be fired. Something happened to Katy, something similar. Well, not quite as dramatic, but Katy Perry gets what she deserves at this point. Go and watch some of the dance choreography, and you'll see what I mean. Anyways, there's a certain part in her show where the only way that I know how to describe it is a giant hamster ball. She's like kind of suspended on the inside of the hamster ball. But before like the hamster ball is supposed to do what it's supposed to do, it starts to like roll off of its platform with Katy inside of it. So yeah. So she's like having to like brace herself against the back of it, you know, as I do a pantomime. And so all of her dancers had to come and like push it back up on. I was just like, we are not going to be satisfied until somebody dies, are we? I think our need for entertainment, our need to be further and more astounded and surprised and
do we think that she's enamored? I think she's a robot. Have you seen the video where there's like she's on tour and she's got like the classic way but at one point she goes and then she pushes like a button on her head and her eye pops back open. Yeah. I don't know. I just think you've got to watch the video I just sent you because I want to.
So you're saying she's a fembot?
I mean, she's a something.
Okay.
But if she's a fembot.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this video. I don't know if you sent it to me, but yeah, she was just like,
yeah.
like Katy, what are you doing? Patty cake, baby in my arms.
I sent this to you again. I just needed a crotch. And then she's like, that's my crotch. Take a good look.
No
We
wonder
have
Orlando
this
Bloom
video.
broke up with you. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's because she's a fembot and they had to use a surrogate to have a baby.
Well, Orlando, I can officially say this. Congratulations. You are no longer the worst thing about everything.
Yeah. So
Katy Perry with a bullet.
with a bullet. Okay, so I have a note on here, but I don't remember it's for. But there's Steve from Blue's Clues has a podcast.
I know. I heard something that there's a theory out there that James Maynard from Tool and Steve are the same person. Look at a picture of them next to each other. What a revelation that would be. What a bipolar dual personality. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for show.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I just got to remember to do it.
Damn near.
It's really similar, isn't it?
Very so. That's crazy pants. But now here's one with like Howie Mandel stuck in the middle of it too.
Yeah.
So he has a podcast. I wonder what his podcast is. I think people try to make him a little bit more scandalous than he is.
Really?
I've seen things where it's like Steve from Blue's Clues comes back because he doesn't like the direction that it's heading and all of this stuff, or Steve from Blue's Clues apologizes to children for like abandoning them kind of thing.
Did he apologize for abandoning us, or did he just say, I'm sorry I haven't been around, but lots has happened? I mean, I'm willing to let my mind relax around a conspiracy theory with the best of them. Yeah. But why Steve? Like, why do we have to sully one of the most pure memories that we all have?
I need somebody to read. He came back, and I think it was he, I guess, posted a video because he left so abruptly, is what it is. So
his new podcast, Alive, is about exploring the complexities of adult life and what it means to stay human in a complicated world. A continuation of the conversations he started with viewers on Blue's Clues. So there you go. Yeah, he may have gone away, but he came back. You're going to get the closure that you need. Yeah. But it's geared towards adult. We'll feature conversations with guests about topics like identity, mortality, masculinity, loneliness, and success. Can he bring Magenta back?
I love that. I mean, God,
Mr. and Mrs. Salt.
Let me get, yeah.
Mr. Pepper.
I wonder if he goes to like the mailbox to get a Blue's Clues. So then he's like, I have to get a clue to see who my guest is. Because if he's not doing that, and you're welcome for that idea, Steve. How many times here and then it's happened? How many times have we said that? We're almost like The Simpsons where we predict things are going to happen. Not as accurately.
We do. It's happened a few times.
A couple of you. There was something with Taylor Swift, I think, that we had predicted and then she did it. And there was like another time that we had predicted something.
The thing is, we predict shit and we know it happens, but we don't keep up with it because, again, we have families, jobs. We have other stuff to do.
Yeah. Some of us have.
And Missy's got all of her trash reality TV. I don't know where she finds the time.
No room for anything else in my brain because there's so much reality TV in there.
It's a good thing that her children can bathe themselves. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, it's true. Thank God they can feed themselves because I'm just like, I can't watch. I'm too busy shoving junk food in my face and watching Below Deck.
Thank God they know how to DoorDash.
No shit. How they're spending their money on DoorDash. Micah got his first paycheck for doing like the pool stuff. And so we got him one of those green light cards and it took like a week for his card. But I think he forgets that he has the money because the only thing he has bought so far, you're going to be shocked, is like a $20 stuffed animal that's like Sonic adjacent.
Love it.
That's all he is. Yeah.
That boy's after my own heart.
So he like every day he's like, can we check the tracking on Amazon? Can we check the tracking on Amazon? And I'm like, yeah, it tells you between the 15th and the 17th. It still says the 15th through the 17th. So he's waiting for his Shauna. He's like, I like this one because it's more like the movie. And I was like, okay, to you, buddy.
Well, I have an interesting story about teenagers spending their money wisely.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation about our teenagers spending all their money on DoorDash. And I had a conversation. My son just graduated from high school. So what happens when you graduate from high school? Your family starts sending you money. And he's spent, I'm not going to say a significant amount, but he has spent an amount on DoorDash, mostly Little Caesars. But I did have a conversation. It's so, the boy loves pizza and Little Caesars. you know what, little C's for the price. It's good.
I mean, fair. Same
So
with Ryan.
I had a conversation with him about, like, listen, you're out of high school now, and this is your money. And I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but I would really be very disappointed for you if you were to spend all this money on DoorDash because, you know, 20 bucks here, 15 there, it adds up. And so this boy, he took that conversation to heart, and he comes to me and he goes, Mom, I want to let you know that I made a purchase with the money that I got. And I said, okay, what'd you get? He bought himself a Meta Oculus VR headset. However,
doesn't it have like a membership?
Well, no. Well, I don't know, maybe, but the thing is, there have been several iterations of this particular game system, and he got, I think it was the Meta one. So he gets everything set up, and he's online, and he's setting up his online profile and everything, only to get to the very end to find out that Meta no longer supports this particular operating system.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yes. He said that there was nothing on the eBay ad about it not being supported by Meta. I mean, he was really pressed over it. He was really disappointed. You could tell. Steven doesn't emote very often, but you can tell when
that's not a cheap purchase.
I knew. It was $125. It was a big purchase for him.
And he contact eBay because the seller should have let him know as well.
He did, and he did get a refund.
Good.
And he did his research, and he went back through and he found one that works, and now all is right with the world. So I'm very proud of him for like maneuvering it himself. He handled the customer service, he handled the eBay, he handled all of it. He got his money back, and he was able to repurchase a new system that actually works. So I'm very happy for him. I was just like, oh, you're going to DoorDash your way into poverty, but read those eBay ads, people.
I edited some of that conversation we had out because my kid's ear hustled, and she was kind of like, why are you telling everybody how much money that I blew, basically? So I was like, okay, I'll take some of it out because, you know, that. But it's true, and it's so hard not to micromanage that money that they have because like Witten makes like $100 a week, and he has no savings because he will DoorDash his life. But he's also like, he has expensive taste. Like when we went to Illinois, he bought himself like a $140 basketball jersey. So and he'll buy like from overseas for like the football teams that he follows overseas. He'll buy their kits that are $100 and something because they're authentic kits, which we know. Like if you've ever bought like an authentic jersey for like a team from the States. So I mean, it's not like he's 100% wasting it all, but
at least he's spending his money on tangible things. Like I understand that a burger is tangible, but it's also temporary.
Exactly.
At least he's spending, and these are things that over time that could appreciate in value. So, you know, it's at least
they're not spending $20-$30 on DoorDash for the place that they work, that they could go get a free fucking meal from if they would just get off their ass and drive to one.
See, that's the thing that really would really, like, not want to say piss me off, but would just really confuse me the most. Yeah, you're just like, you could go to McDonald's and get just food. Just say, hey,
you work there.
Yeah.
And you eat there, like, because she gets a free meal every day that she works. And I'm like, but you ate there yesterday. Like, I could probably eat Taco Bell, like, when I was younger. I guess, I can Taco Bell and Taco Bueno, like, every fucking day when I was, like, 20.
Taco Bueno.
I'm surprised because Taco Bell brought the chalupa back. And it's very similar to the machaca because I'd never had a chalupa.
God bless those
tacos. Taco and a Mexican chips and dip. And they had like a nacho salad, which was basically like taco salad, but with like their fucking nacho cheese on top of it.
Yeah, it was bomb.
Fucking kiss, my guy.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, so I mean, but like who would, like, if your mom tried to tell you, and I'm sure she did because my mom did too, tried to tell you how to spend your money when you were, you know, hustling at Spirit Grill, what would you have said? Exactly. You'd be just
I
like,
would
bitch,
take it.
please, I'm gonna go spend a bunch of money on pool at Friendlies when I normally play for
I'm
free.
gonna spend my money on Jenny's and fucking cigarettes because I was a
There you
cleaner. So I got my pool. We didn't pay for a pool. $1 pack of cigarettes, a lighter, somebody else's alcohol because we was not paying for the alcohol. Somebody else will pay for that.
But man, remember, like, and I know, like, back then we were just like, God, these are so expensive because we didn't make as money was just different back then. But it's just like, I think a pack of cigarettes was like $3.85 for $4.
Yeah.
A lighter was like 99 cents.
Yeah.
A Dr. Pepper was 99 cents.
Yeah.
I remember, but like when my senior year of high school, I would stop off at a gas station because I knew someone that worked there and she would sell me cigarettes every morning. Snickers bar, Dr. Pepper, pack of cigarettes, $4.25.
Yeah. I would go to McDonald's every morning because I lived in Fort Worth, but I went to high school in Grand Prairie. So there's like every day, 301. Same meal every day, 301. Sausage, egg, and cheese meal, McMuffin meal with a Dr. Pepper, 301. That same meal now is $7.56.
Fucking ridiculous.
Seriously.
It's not any better. It's not any bigger.
Same shit.
It's worse, probably. And smaller.
It's still fucking scrumptious in the same size. It's still delish. You know, Diddy was found not guilty on most of the important charges. And all of a sudden, the Epstein files were apparently never a thing.
Well, they said that the client list wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Well, the attorney general said, I have it on my desk.
And now she's trying to say, like, oh, I meant the file. I have the file on my desk. And then she's like, oh, I've got lots of files. I've got JFK files. I've got MLK files. And I'm like, oh, really? Do you know who shot JR?
Yeah.
Kristen. It was Kristen.
See? That was a long
Stulen's sister, because he was having an affair with her.
That's right. So yeah, the Diddy, that was kind of, I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. But I think it's one of those that, we see it often, obviously not with the Chrisleys because they didn't have any money because they lied about it. But when it's that affluenza treatment in the courtroom. Like if you can pay for a good enough lawyer and you do things like accidentally shoot your brother and then
accidentally.
So my HOA drama. So developments in my life is we knew because I'm the HOA Karen, so I'm on our HOA board, right? And I'm running for city council. And I'm only saying that because they kind of go hand in hand in the story. So there's somebody that was formerly on the HOA board. Concussion. So we had talked about at our annual meeting in April about how we eventually wanted to expand our pool because our pool does sometimes get to where it's like standing room only. Like there's literally like a sign at our pool that like the max amount of people that can be in the pool at one time is like 25 people. We have 190. Okay. So there's a person that he's formerly has been on the HOA board and has a history of not paying his HOA dues and has resulted in things being filed against his home. I have to be, because this guy's very litigious, so I have to be like careful of how I word, but I'm just going to throw that story out there. So when we were cleaning the pool this year, we emptied it and we were washing and stuff because it was gross. And we found out because it's a fiberglass shell that water has gotten into the fiberglass shell. And so when you stand in like the very deep end, like it's like a water bed. We had said like, oh, maybe we're going to expand it like in 5 years. Well, we said, okay, obviously we need to move that timeline up. And at some point, like we had switched basically because I'm HOA Karen. And if you don't pay your dues, I want to take your ability to use the poolway. So we switched locks. And so now I can turn off your lock access and I know like when you don't pay and stuff or you don't, maintain your property and shit because I'm the HOA Karen. And I don't give a shit. I want to live somewhere nice. Like I keep my house nice. I pay my fucking bills. Like you do the same thing, right? So we were kind of telling people when we were handing out these little, like now we have like key fobs instead of key cards. And we were kind of telling people like, here's our plan, blah, blah, blah. Well, it got to this person that we were going to build like an Olympic sized swimming pool and put like a giant pool house because we said, well, what if we do like a pool house so we can rent out and make money every year, like all year long, blah, blah, blah.
There you go.
This motherfucker was like, he just decides to confront us about it. And it was to the point where he's like hyper messaging me on Facebook, like paragraphs. And he's basically trying to get everybody riled up, all the old people, all the meatballs that don't use pool and stuff, all the people that are like, why don't we use the pool? Why do we have those people, right? And he's just like asking questions, and I'm like, well, we do not have an answer. We're having a meeting. Like, we will mail out the information you have, and we will let you know. He kept badgering. Like, I'm talking hours of badgering me about this shit, to the point of like, now other people started getting involved because he's going to them to their homes now, and through Facebook and text, and telling them misinformation. Like, we're going to do all this stuff because he doesn't want to have to pay more. Garen motherfucking T. So it comes to the point where one of the other board members basically blocks his access on Facebook, where if he's posting anything, we have to approve it. And he messages me, who blocked my access? This is egregious. This is going to be a problem. And I was like, I think you're taking like a Facebook group very seriously. Like, it's not, like, it's not that serious. We've already told you. So now we're all corrupt, and we're trying to push through an agenda, and we're not following the bylaws, and he wants something from like the management company's attorney, and blah, blah, blah. So me, because I'm a petty bitch, I put, hey, like, since people want to spread rumors that we're like upping everybody's dues to $1,500 a year, and that we're going to have an Olympic pool and host the World Cup and have Flo Rida and Willie Nelson on the weekends, here's what's going on. And I laid out every fucking thing that we had done. And then I fucking threw in like screenshots of everything. Of like, here's what the company has said. Here's the questions that I asked. Here's what we have done. Here's what I was like, we literally have no information. We're 2 weeks into this idea. We literally have no information. We will give you the information. We will follow the bylaws. He is literally hyper commenting on this post now of shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then so I blocked him on Facebook. I was like, I'm done. I'm blocking him on Facebook because it's just one of those. But so he starts going on like the neighborhood, like telling people like we're corrupt and we're doing this and that and all this stuff. So we had like a big fucking storm. We had like 101-mile-an-hour winds and shit a few weeks ago, and we had gotten like 6 bids to have like shit because we lost like 2 like 40-foot trees, like another 80-foot tree had gotten blown down. Like, we had to hire somebody. We got 6 bids, and the cheapest one was $3,200. The most expensive one was $10,000. So of course,
just to get trees removed.
Yes, because we had trees down, and then we had like a bunch of like random limbs that had come. Well, the person that did the bid didn't walk the perimeter of our pond, and there were 2 limbs they missed. So of course, because I'm the one that's like doing everything, guess who gets like messages about it constantly? Me. So yesterday I went with like one of their board members that's like my politics, like he's my politic like mentor, basically.
Okay.
We went out there and we were like, and I was like, you know what, just because such I'm a petty bitch, I'm unblocking this guy and I'm posting that we're doing this to save the HOA money, and I'm posting it on Facebook, and he starts laughing at me. He's like, yeah, that sounds like something you do. So, yeah. But this guy was like, I hope that you aren't going to, if you get made city council, you're not going to act like this. And I'm like, okay, buddy. Says the guy that tried to be on run for school board and didn't get elected. Get off my nut.
It's kind of sad that, and I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on social media a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't find it necessary to, it doesn't control my life.
Yeah.
This man obviously has nothing better to do.
I'm honestly thinking because he just doesn't want to pay more money. Because when we blocked him, then he started going over his kids' accounts and commenting about how we blocked him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Get a life, dude. Get a hobby. Go volunteer somewhere. Do something good.
Yeah. Go read a book. I'm just like, go read a book. Go, you know what he needs?
The Bible. Jesus.
No, he needs Bravo. He just needs Bravo TV. Then he won't have time to bother anybody.
That's true. He won't have time.
He needs to start with Below Deck, and he needs to have Captain Lee teach him a few things because he's a national treasure, like I said last time. Don't watch the last 3 seasons because they're super boring. Then he needs to go into like Below Deck Mediterranean. And then he needs to go and take a break, watch The Cowboy with Alabama. And then when he starts saying, "God dang," switch back over and watch some Love Island. Look, this season of Love Island just wrapped. Congratulations, Amaya Papaya. Spoiler. Or if you're like Rylan and was like, I opened my TikTok and like literally that was the first thing because we didn't finish it yesterday. And she's like, that's the first thing that was in my TikTok this morning.
Dude, if you don't finish your show, you got to stay off social media till you finish it. I know. Unless you don't care about spoilers.
And I'm not one, but she's very much one. But we figured, like, as if you didn't watch Love Island, Maya Papaya. She got her own, what was it, Poppy or Ollie?
Poppy.
Poppy. She got her own Poppy flavor. She's like this, she's unapologetically herself, and she became America's sweetheart. So I was like, I'm not shocked that she won. Nicolandria, I'm looking at you side eye. Looking at you side eye, Nicolandria, because Nick, yes, Sierra got kicked off for making a racist comment, but you had just gone exclusive with her. And then literally she leaves, and like, then you're like, what up? What up, Olandria? What up? Then he follows her, and he's like, oh,
lonely over here.
It's like, you just went exclusive with her. I didn't sit well with me. Didn't sit well with me. And Hada, you need therapy. Chris was a gentleman. Winston. Do you think that Hada she should not have gone all the way to the final? Yeah, Winston didn't think Hada should have gone all the way through. He does, you can tell. Buddy was a buddy. A weenie. Just a good little lap dog. I love his.
You're gonna get up here. You need
like, stop grabbing my face.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
My dog is literally like, let me know. So, and you didn't watch any of Love Island, did you? Okay, well, spoiler alert. Hada was a train wreck. So you missed that. Was Hada was she was Friendly's-esque. Like,
oh, okay.
Like a bombshell would come in. She like, bitch, you better stay off my man. She was hooked up with this guy from like day one. Like there was a bombshell that came in, and it was like, that's the thing, is like in the challenges you like make out stuff. She's like, bitch, you better quit. And then they decided to like not, because he's like, I'm not taking your toxic bullshit anymore. So she's like raging, calling him a bitch, a pussy, like screaming Friendly's-esque. For real, Friendly's drama-esque. She was toxic as shit.
You know, I could go for some good old Friendly's drama right about. I don't want to be in it. I just want
to. We just want to watch it. Yeah, that's why I watch it. This is look. You need to watch everything Bravo sells. Then it's Friendly's. It's all Friendly's. Except then, if you get like really annoyed with it, you can just turn it.
That is true. I have a new favorite song.
Okay.
That I need for you to look up and listen to.
Okay.
Because I feel like you would concur.
Is it because sometimes I'm a man child? Okay.
It's because you live with one.
Okay. I'm reading the lyrics currently.
Yeah, read the lyrics.
Man child, why you always coming running to me? Fuck my life. Won't you let an innocent woman be? Sabrina Carpenter.
Speaking of my heart.
We know you're not innocent, but solidarity, girl. Never heard of self-care. Half your brain just ain't there. Man child, why always come a running, taking all my living from me? That is a country song if it's done by the right person.
It's a great song. And it has a very good, it has a good country twang to it.
Why so?
Watch the video. Oh my God, the video is.
Survive the earth so long. If I'm not there, it won't get done. I choose to blame your mom. Solidarity, sis.
Mm-hmm. But watch the video, because I think you would really enjoy the video.
Yeah,
I know that it's not a movie, but I want them to make a movie out of this video.
Yeah. She's very Daisy Duke.
Yeah, there's little Daisy Duke, and there's some Teddy Lane from Almost Famous
with a dog. Now okay. I love it. I'm not listening. Obviously, I can't hear it, but I love everything that's happening. Oh, that's quite a mullet. Look at your booty, girl. Get it, girl. I'm gonna do some squats.